Hello YouTube, how is everybody doing today? Hope all's going well with everyone. So today's video is going to be an all-in-one just because I didn't do my WIP Wednesday. I hadn't really touched much on the only project I could put as a WIP until Wednesday, and by the time I got any decent amount done, it was very well into the evening, and then I just didn't feel like doing a video. And now that it's just going on midnight Thursday into Friday, I didn't get my things were done Thursday video up before midnight like I was hoping to. So I decided, you know what, this is going to be an all-in-one video. So you're going to get a WIP, you're going to get an update on my things we're making Thursday, and you will get 3 WIPs that I'm aware of. I don't think I have any more, and I don't think I've shown any of these 3 to you. If I have, I apologize in advance. So to start off with, my WIP. It is out of this book, Head to Toe Winter Knits. There is a poll up on my post page. If you would like to go over there and place a vote, there's 3 items for what project I will make next. I do plan on making everything in this book. Don't care what order. You guys are making it fun for me as to what wins, because once I put the post up, I don't look at the poll any longer until the item is done and I'm ready to pull the poll down and let you guys know what won. So the current item is a striped rim Fair Isle hat. And here is the model wearing their version of the hat. Now it's really cute. I am loving it. Like I've said in the past videos, I'm hoping to donate it to our one hospital that's very focused on cancer, just because my hat is a lot of different shades of pink and it's with a thinner yarn. It will not be warm enough for a winter item, but I feel that someone who might be going through cancer, especially young to into teens and young 20-year-old, would really find this hat kind of cute, I hope. So I am also, by the way, done the 3rd section of color work. Am 3 rows in on the decrease. So I will show you how it's looking. So there's the 3rd color work here, and then up here's the start of the decrease. So yeah, there's been the brim and then 3 main color sections, and I've had fun with it. Now, for those who are knitters, I'm calling out to use. I've got, as you can see on the back, a lot of ends to sew in, and I mean a lot, like a ton of ends. I don't like sewing, I really don't. This is a thin yarn, like a sock weight yarn, and I want to know if there's any little tricks, considering some of the ends are a little shorter than I should have made them, and they're going to be really hard to sew in. I was thinking, I don't know if this would work or not on this, or if I should even attempt it, of doing an envelope crocheted stitch along each edge of the hat, just to hide in all the ends, like tie the ends, like, every 2 together and do a knot, and then do this envelope border around it on both sides. And then when I fold it into roll it into a hat, kind of whip stitch that together, so it'd have a little bit of a, I don't know, I think it'll be too thick compared to the rest of the hats. I don't think that would work. But I'm trying to figure out maybe a way of not having to sew in all these ends, but I don't just want to knot them and cut them and then it come undone on somebody. So your help is very appreciated. 10 to 1 it will get sewn in. They said my Head to Toe Winter Knits projects are what I call my filler projects. As you guys may well know, I participate in a lot of monthly make-alongs. I really enjoy doing the make-alongs, and those are my priorities. And then when those are done, then I do my fill-in projects, which Right now, this is the only fill-in project I have. So yeah, that is my head to toe winter knits whip that's currently on the go. I don't know how much I'll get done this weekend. We were planning on going to the trailer this weekend. I think we still are, but I do know with the water damage in my unit, they were actually finally in today to inspect the supers, and the one that's going to be doing work, decided he's going to work on it tomorrow and then on the weekend, which is Thanksgiving weekend. So I'm not impressed with that at all. Like, they've had 2 weeks, 3 weeks now. They could have been here doing this work and they've done nothing. So I guess take the work when I can get it, right? So that's my only whip. Next project will be my Thursday's video, which is things we're making Thursday. I've done a little bit of progress on this project. I will remind you, I am very well aware the colors I used are not correct. No one at this point has made any nasty comments. I'm hoping nobody will. But I drew my inspiration from the window in the dorm room for the Netflix series Wednesday. For Wednesday in Enid's room, because half the window is dark and gloomy for Wednesday, and the other half is bright and colorful. It's the bright and colorful part that my colors are not exactly the same. And if you've ever seen the show, you know the window is mimicking like stained glass, and it's the solder section is more or less a spider web. Well, because half my item I made is black, I didn't want to do the spider web in black, but I did it in a sparkly white, shimmery type chain yarn. I thought was kind of cute, and this way, the web reminds me of if say you're driving on a rainy night and you pull into like your laneway and you've got this web going across a couple trees and it's been raining and there's raindrops on it. That was the vibe I was going for. So again, I know the colors are not correct. You do not need to tell me. I am well aware. Now I do have to finish sewing in my ends. Now I'm going to show it to you guys as if you're looking at Enid's side on the left, Wednesday's side will be on the right for you guys. Because in the show, anytime they're filming the girls standing in front of that window, that's the way it would be. On the left side of the screen is Enid, on the right side would be Wednesday. So, this is the reef I've come up with so far. Like I said, I do know... Oh, that's upside down. Actually, it should be this way. Sorry about that, guys. I want this on the top. So, this is the reef. Yes, I do know these colors are incorrect because there is no green in the window and there is yellow, and I don't have yellow in mine. Then the black half is Wednesday's. Yes, I did a spider web and kind of wrapped it around to join because I didn't know what to do. And I still have 2 ends to sew in via the spider web. But like I said, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but there is major glitter in that spider web. I'm loving this. So I'm jumping the gun also. I'm sorry about that, everybody. Things we're making Thursday. Back in 2023, the ladies that put the group together came up with 12 free patterns. Each month was one pattern, one of the patterns. Over the month, you worked on it. You put your spin on it, talked about it every Thursday. The last Thursday of the month, you showed your finished project, if it was finished, and discussed the next month's project. I followed but didn't participate. And there's a Facebook group, by the way, Things We're Making Thursday. And a couple times I went looking for a knitted item that looked very similar to the crochet one. Because I crochet and knit, as you well know. I just showed you a hat that's knitted. This is crocheted. And so they realized between me sharing a few knitted patterns, and I know Erin over at Crafting Kitty in her videos was showing the odd knitted pattern throughout the year, they kind of realized they were only reaching part of the unique community. And for those who can knit and crochet, yeah, we could participate, but those who only knit, it was leaving them out, which they realized, okay, well, not quite fair. Like, I think the ladies who started it were all just plain crocheters. I don't know if any of them can knit as well, because I'm not even 100% sure who all started the group. I know it was like 4 or 6 ladies, but I don't remember who exactly they were. So anyway, so 2024 came around. They decided, let's change it up. And they gave us a theme each month. We go and find whatever pattern we want to do, or one we've designed our own, or one we've done in the past, a new one. We got a theme each month. We had to make a project for that theme. That's when I joined. Loved it. I fell in love with this group. I've participated ever since I joined. And they decided this year they wanted us kind of design our own. So definitely loving it this month because I figured out how I want to do my wreath, how I'm going to design it, like decorate it and stuff. So there's the wreath. That's not all I've done though. Now, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let me just dig out all the parts. I was on my everyday DIY site that I like to use, and I found a Wednesday and Enith doll. I looked at the pictures. I thought, oh my god, those are so perfect. I don't know if I'm going to have Enith quite the way the doll looks, but for like her clothing in particular. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to go for it. Clicked on the pattern. Thought, okay, this is pretty cool. Realize it only gives you the accessory part of the pattern. You've got to click onto this designer's standard doll pattern, which, okay, no problem. I went and did that. It gives you the arms and the legs. And it's like, and then you got to do something else and click on this and buy this pattern and that pattern. And I thought this seems like more work. And then I still got to go back and forth and compare what I want to do color-wise. So I went looking on YouTube, thinking, okay, let's see if I can just find a standard doll and then kind of like, step-by-step instructions, but work the colors in the way I want to work. So to start off with, I have made 2 arms for Enith. And the reason hers are completely skin colors is because she's going to have a sweater on over top. That's all I've done for her so far. She just has her 2 arms. But it's a start for her. Then I did the same count. The dolls are going to be the exact same size, by the way. I did the 2 arms for Wednesday. So you got her hands and then her sleeve because she's going to be in a black long sleeve shirt. So I've got her arms made, which, again, good progress. Then I did, do it from the front here, Wednesday's legs. So it's like, I know you can't really tell where it's supposed to be the boot to the legs. I just did it straight up. And then after so many rounds, I joined them. And now I'm doing like technically private area. Shh. And then once I get to the height I want, then the next round I'm going to do it in the back loop only, because then in the front loop I'm going to make a skirt, join it, and then work a skirt over top of part of her legs, probably to about here, so where about her knees will be. And then the top part of her body will be black as well for the mimic the shirt, and then once I put the sleeves on. So I've got a good little distance on Wednesday. I'll show her off here so you guys can maybe see her a little better. But yeah, she's coming along. They're going to be a good size doll. Like I told you guys in the past video, Wednesday's going to be attached to Enith's side of the wreath. Enith is going to get attached to Wednesday's side. So you got just the legs here. Like you can tell, she's going to be they're going to be good size dolls. So, like good size dolls. And like I said, like if I put Wednesday on Wednesday's side of the wreath, she'll definitely be hard to see. And so I'm switching sides due to 2 reasons. One, color. Wednesday's obviously black on black. She's going to be hard to see. You're not going to be able to see her, the details, all that stuff. And it's going to be all that work kind of for nothing. So I figured if I put, like I said, Wednesday on Enith's side of the wreath, how I'm going to attach, I don't know. You'll at least get to see her. And then, because Wednesday's also got black hair, Enith's got blonde hair. But also, I don't want to give spoilers, but if you've seen season 2, which I have not, I've seen clips. So, could be a spoiler for you guys, and I'm sorry if it is. I'm under the impression at one point Enith and Wednesday swap bodies. I don't know, because like I said, I haven't seen season 2 yet. I'm hoping it will be out to buy for Christmas this year, but we'll have to wait. I may have to wait till next year, or maybe a birthday gift, who knows. But I think having them on the opposite sides is the right choice. So that's as far as things with making Thursdays gotten. I don't know if I'll have this project done by the end of the month or not. But I figure if I don't, then it can just go on as a whip. So now, finished objects. Like I said, I don't know if I've shown you any of these. I've got 3 of them sitting here. I don't know if I've shown you any of them. I may have, I may not have. I don't recall. So, this one I made for Erin over at the Crochet Crowd for our Creator Spotlight. And I did it with the cake yarn so that if we're doing the Great Cake Off again this month, which I have not seen a post put up yet for it, this is going to be my entry. And it's kind of cute because it matches, the material matches that little cowl I made like last month. But here you go. It's a little hat. It's a little on the slouchy side. It's like a thinner. I know it's a 3-weight yarn. Nope, I can't see the label from here. But it's almost like a velvet yarn, but it's on the thinner side. So I think that with the little neck cowl I made will be perfect for my camper, especially this time of year. Like right now, my computer says we're sitting at 6 degrees Celsius. It's just after midnight Friday morning. And I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but that's getting pretty nippy considering I know last weekend at the camper, hubby and I at one point seen 27 or 28 degrees. So she was quite warm. So that's a finished object. So that's 1. 2, actually I think actually that project is going into Stitch versus Stitch. I got double checked. I think that was actually that, not Erin. Or was it Erin's? Yeah, it had to be Erin because I know this other one was Erin's. So the next project I made, which is made with the same yarn that I used to do a set of boot cuffs from my Head to Toe Winter Knits project that I haven't done yet, but I plan on taking my winter jacket because it's just got a little elastic band cuff type thing. And I'm 5'9", and when I stretch my arms out, my sleeves come up to about here on me. They're not made for a taller person for sure, especially in the limbs. And I want to take those 2 boot cuffs I made and just on the inside of the sleeve, stitch them in between the sleeve part and where the little elastic part band is. And it's just a rib stitch. So it'd be perfect. And they will come out then to about here on my hands, just to keep the wrist a little warmer. And the fact that I've got very skinny wrists, that the wind just blows up my sleeves all the time. So I think that'd be perfect. Well, then the other project I made out of that same yarn for over at Erin's Crafting Kitty Creator Spotlight is this ear warmer. So that's the one side, and then I could also, if I wanted to, twist it this way. So, you guys will get a different color section. I don't know which way I'm going to, actually, I don't think I'm going to wear it myself. It's on the thicker side. I'm not really a fan, really, of these earmuff type things. But it's out of the same yarn I used for, like I said, the boot cuffs that I'm turning into extended cuffs for my coat. So that's another project I made for over at Erin's. And then the last one, which is the same stitch as the hat, and that's why I'm positive the hat is actually from Erin's. I took some more of that yarn. It seems to never end. Like, I've used this yarn now for this project I'm about to show you. The reef, that's 2. The Decade Diva bag that I'm in the process of making is 3. I made a pumpkin with this yarn. I made an octopus with this yarn. And I made, I believe, a headband earworm type thing with this yarn. So the newest project I made now, yeah, it wasn't very big, so obviously didn't use much of the yarn, but I made a little cozy for your water bottle or you can use it on your coffee cup. Like if you get a to-go coffee cup, it is the same stitch tutorial or stitch that the hat was in, but I still have like this much yarn left. So I'm hoping it will get finished when I finish making Ina's sweater. Because what I'm going to do is do the sweater in pink. I'm going to do some striping in this. And we'll see how much of this is left. I'm kind of hoping not much, but to be honest with you, I think there's going to be more of this left over than I think there's going to be, because it's only technically supposed to be 4 different color stripes in the body and in the sleeves. I'm just going to do the main pink color of the sweater, and then those 4 rounds are supposed to be a different color each stripe. I'm going to use this just to see what ends up where. I'm hoping to do the sleeves first so they'll be the same, and then the body may have different color in it besides the pink. So I know there's going to still be some of this yarn left that just does not want to die. So yeah, those are my finished objects. My things to make it Thursday, and my only whip. Kept you guys long enough. Thank you for sticking around and watching. We'll see what next week brings. It all depends on how far I get on the I don't really think I'll have much, if anything, for a whip. But who knows? We'll see how my things are making Thursday project is. Then again, we'll see. The hat could still be a whip or not. I don't know. If we're going to the camper this weekend, I'll be working on the hat. If we're staying home this weekend due to work that's going to be done in the apartment, especially if our son doesn't want to deal with it, then obviously the hubby and I got to stay home to deal with it. Then I'll work more on the things we're making Thursday project. And we'll just have to see from there how things go. Anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out, and we'll talk to you later. Bye for now.